Well, it took me long enough. Here I am to talk about Eminem, one of my favorite artists that I've been following since I was a teen. Weird to say. I'm getting old. I am old. Anyways, we're not here to talk about Kamikaze, his latest work. No, I promised and asked if you guys wanted me to talk about and review Revival, one of his less commercially successful albums. So, yeah, here's Revival. Okay, so Revival comes after a long hiatus of Eminem. Of course, he had a lot of drug problems, family problems, issues with adoption of daughters, and just all sorts of just hijinks that usually people like him get into. But it's Eminem, so it's actually quite forgivable. One of the reasons I wanted to talk about this album was because several of my friends wanted to know where I would stand on an album of his themed after or in Christianity, considering I'm an atheist. I don't have an issue with it. None of the content I have an issue with at all. In fact, this is not the first time Eminem actually proclaims his Christianity. He's had several lines and several songs across all his albums that actually talks about prayer and talks about God and talks about his place in church and yada yada yada. He's actually professed his Christianity more than a few times in the past. So this comes as no big shock to me. It's not like I'm just all of a sudden turn on Eminem as an atheist and oh no, I can't listen to him anymore, guys. I never knew he was a Christian. Like it doesn't work that way. In fact, none of this album works that way. The biggest issue I have with this, and pretty much the only issue I have with this album, is the idea that it doesn't sound like Eminem. I know. I know. I know. I'm that asshole that says either you want the original or you want the new ones or you want a shot by shot remake. Pick one. The idea that I'm saying that this doesn't sound like Eminem isn't what you think. It's actually the idea that Eminem is the gold standard. Eminem doesn't sound like Eminem on this album. He sounds like every other fucking mumble rapper out there, some half-assed idiot trying to get a dime. And that's not Eminem. Eminem is the gold standard. He is the one that everybody imitates or tries to reach that level of success. So when I hear this album and him going on trap songs and his mumble rap style of rhyme scheme, it's highly disappointing. It's it's a letdown. And that's one of the few things that I can actually say about this album is that Eminem is trying to keep up with the rest of the game, and it shouldn't be that way. It should be the other way around. It does actually pick up and sound like Eminem, but until like the last quarter of the album, and that's where you can actually tell that he's having fun again, and he's starting to cut a little bit loose and starting to go with his own rhyme schemes and his own stuff. Because at one point he's actually talking about stalking a female, mopping the floors of a 7-Eleven like he works there, and that's more Eminem. So to sum up, is it a disappointment? Yes, it's a disappointment, but not for the reasons that everybody else thinks it is. It's a disappointment because Eminem should not be keeping up with anybody. Everybody should be keeping up with Eminem. And that's just the way it should be. Would I recommend this album? No. Eminem has a long, long, long catalog, and there's more hits than misses. The only problem with this one is that it is in the miss column, and when Eminem albums miss, they miss big, and this one did too. But he's back with Kamikaze, and if you guys want to, I'll talk about that album too. Till next time, stay tuned, folks.